Hey guys, it is me again, 12-inch PV Penis, and this video is going to be on why T5 is better than VIP 14, as you saw in the title. Now, I'm going to drop a little disclaimer here. I'm going to go ahead and say that VIP 14 isn't bad, and VIP 14 as a goal is fine. I am specifically talking about after you finish VIP 12, people will tell you to go to VIP 14, and I'm telling you that T5 is better. The context of this is that people will tell you, many people will tell many other people that going to T5 without having good comms is bad. And I am willing to agree that T5 without good comms is bad. However, getting T5 unlocks more content for you, and VIP 14 is not as good as people make it out to be. VIP 14 gives you one bonus sculpture over VIP 12 and not much else. I'm not going to go ahead and say that the gathering speed, the capacity, the material production, it's all good, right? But it's not 400,000 gems good. So we're going to be taking a deep look at why we like T5 more than VIP 14, and it's also important to realize that I am not discrediting VIP 14 at all. So let's open up with the price tag. So Castle 20 is generally where people are when they're looking at VIP 12, and Castle 20 means that you are 180,000 gems if you were to buy every single book with a gem away from Castle 25. If you have just hit VIP 12, you are 400,000 VIP points away from VIP 14. So you're looking at a 400,000 gem price tag on VIP alone, and you're looking at a 180,000 gem price tag on T5. So now we're going to start going through what T5 is useful for and why I would go for it. So first, I'm going to preface it by saying it is a really solid content unlock. If you are not T5, you are not actually playing the game in its entirety. You can try to, but T5 and Max Tech are really when the game starts kicking off. For example, if you look at your Mightiest Governor event, if you are in a kingdom that has passed its first KVK and you are not tier 5, you will find it incredibly difficult to win an MGE in most kingdoms, unless you have no kill event, but then the kingdom has its own problems. So to get a single T5 in stage 1 of the Mightiest Governor event, you will get 100 points. To get a T4, I believe it is 40 points or less. So it is strictly better to be training tier 5 for Mightiest Governor than tier 4. And not just mildly better, a huge significant amount. If somebody is upgrading tier 4 to tier 5 during the first stage of Mightiest Governor and you are training tier 4, you'll get smoked, almost regardless of how much prep you do. So that is a massive reason for why you would want at least one troop type of tier 5. Another thing is whenever you see a troop power event, a T4 gives you 4 power and a T5 gives you 10 power. And upgrading tier 4 to tier 5 is a huge advantage that people will have on you. You will not be able to compete in an event where you're trying to train more power of troops than the next man if you can't train into tier 5. You will just absolutely get smoked. And that is something people need to realize. If you want to compete in events, you're going to have to get T5. And then there are other events that actually require T5 units themselves to complete. So for example, Arms Master Lohar. I got rank 5 in Arms Training event for Arms Master Lohar because I had T5. Okay, I was competing with people who were 70 million power, 100 million power, right? And my comms weren't great. I did it with a 5.5.1.1 Martel and a expertised YSG. Right? So not the craziest comms on the planet, but I managed to get rank 5. If I had T4 and I did not have max tech, I don't give a fuck what commanders you have, you're not getting a high rank, unless your kingdom's dead. So this is one event where you'd need it. Another is Soroli Crisis. So in Soroli Crisis, I believe you need 50 million power to do the top event. Maxing your buildings is going to give you a lot of power. Getting to tier 5 research-wise is going to give you a lot of power. If you get to tier 5, chances are you're going to be able to do Soroli Crisis, Soroli Assault, you're going to be able to do Ian's Ballad, okay? And when you're doing these at max difficulty, you're getting significantly more rewards. So, for example, if we look at Ian's Ballad, you are getting 9 epics. Altogether, you get 9. However, if you do it on Hell mode, you get 13, okay? You're also getting more Ian's Chests, you're getting more Crystal Keys, you're just getting more things that you would want. There is no reason to hamstring yourself progress, especially via Ian's Ballad, Soroli Crisis, Soroli Assault, when material is becoming so important, there's no reason to not be doing these events on max difficulty. Another thing is Golden Kingdom, for example. Like, don't get me wrong, when I was 25 mil power, I could do Golden Kingdom, okay? It might take me 3 hours because it was incredibly hard to do, but I could do it, okay? But if you're 52 million power and you have T5, you're going to shred it. Golden Kingdom took me like 20 minutes. Your average player is going to suddenly be able to do Golden Kingdom when before, people were just bitching and complaining about it. You'll be able to do the personal supply event. Again, that's an event that I managed to do at around 25 million power, but was incredibly difficult for me. So you could do that just normally if you had T5 and max tech. Max tech is huge when you're trying to do these events. Another one would be Shadow Legion. You're not going to be able to solo or even come close to soloing Shadow Legion without max tech. It's just not going to happen. You're going to get shred. And there are other things that also come with tier 5. For example, when you finish your castle and you get your academy to 25, you get an extra 7% research speed. With the 7% research speed, you get extra gem gathering speed. So if you're a free-to-play player and you're gathering a bunch of gems, it's going to be very, very important to be getting machinery to 10 and cutting and polishing to 10. Okay, you're going to have max tech, so your troops are going to be as strong as they possibly can be. You are losing resources when you fight without max tech. You're losing if you're using speed ups on healing, which I highly suggest you don't. But if you are, you're losing more resources and you're losing more healing than you probably would be if you just put time into the research to increase your combat effectiveness. Another thing is once you get to tier 5, all you have left to do is finish your hospitals, gold mines, and your resource nodes. Once you finish all of these, every single time you see tiles and bricks, the event where it's, how much building can you finish, it auto-completes. You get gems, speed-ups, and stars every single time. Think of it like another investment. Just like VIP, you get a permanent income. You get a permanent income once you finish all your buildings. And finally, the last thing on this list, what the biggest thing you get from getting to tier 5, the biggest thing you get from getting, 52, 16 mil power, however much power you get, is you get respect. Respect from your kingdom. You now become a starter for Arc of Osiris. You could probably go in Osiris League for a smaller kingdom, of course. Bigger kingdom, you're going to need more commanders. But people will give you more respect as a player. Like, for example, there was very little difference in my account when I was 30 mil power, right? And everybody would sit there and tell me how much of a piece of shit I was and how there is no way I could accomplish anything with my account. Right? And you can show them speed ups and you can show them effectiveness till you're blue in the face. But people in this game respect power. They respect tier. If you have tier 5, you're going to find yourself significantly more open towards things like if your kingdom rigs MGE, you're now a target for, a spot in the MGE. You would not be a target for a spot in the MGE if you were not tier 5. They just won't give it to you. So be aware of the opportunities that come with getting tier 5 outside of a strictly tangible event-wise. As a player with more respect in your kingdom, people are going to look at you differently once you are past a certain threshold of power. Anybody can look at a little shitty 25 mil, 30 mil in the Lost Kingdom chat and be like, yeah, dumbass, get out of here. But once you actually have a higher tier and you can start throwing your weight around, you become more attractive towards kingdoms that are looking for other players to come in because you're very lean. You're not 100 mil power, you're not bloated, but you do have max tech, so you have T5 in order to help the kingdom. And yeah, you just become much more attractive as a player. And some closing thoughts here are that you're going to be looking at VIP 12 specifically to get tier 5 because before VIP 12, you're probably not going to be looking at enough speed ups to get to tier 5. So ideally, you get VIP 12, you finish your castle, and by the time you finish your castle, you'll have enough speeds to get where you have to go. And at Academy 25, then you're going to start sinking all your speeds into tier 5. You're going to be sacrificing about 200 sculptures. I get this because after you hit tier 5, your opportunity cost from what you've missed, I'd like to think would be about 200 days. I think it's probably a lot to give, but I would like to give, devil's advocate the benefit of the doubt for how much you could lose. I think that even losing at most 200 sculptures for these 200 days is worth it because of what you're going to get from events and what you're going to get from having tier 5 altogether. Some more context is when I say that power requirements are going to be hit when you get tier 5, it's not that the tier 5 itself gives you that. It's just once you get to tier 5, for example, you're going to be upgrading all your hospitals to 25, all your gold mines to 25, and you're going to have the power you need. And you can only get hospital 25s by getting your academy to 25. So tier 5 inadvertently gets you that, because it's a lot of power for very few speed ups. And that's going to be all. If you guys have anything to add to the discussion, feel free to drop in the comments. If you guys ever want to contact me and I'm not live on stream, the best way to do that is to go to the description below and check out the Discord channel. It's the best place to contact me, especially if you have any questions or you want to debate anything. And if you guys are watching this video right now, it actually means that we are live on Twitch. So check out the description below, click on that Twitch link, and I will see you guys there. Have yourselves a great day, and I hope I put this argument to rest. It's been bothering me for a while. So have a great one, guys. Bye.